Well, hello and welcome to another behind the scenes edition here at the Shippensburg Historical Society. My name is John Miller. I'm the executive director here, and today I'm going to go ahead and kind of give you a behind the scenes look at our 150 years of excellence in education. It's more along the lines of the Sesquicentennial anniversary of the Shippensburg University, which began in 1871. So managed to get our interpretive signs pretty much formatted. We got them printed out. Thank you, signs here in Shippensburg for a quick turnaround period. It's one of the quickest turnaround periods for any project I've ever done thus to date. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we have here in this exhibit. So here we have our collection of artifacts that pretty much pertain to the college's history beginning in 1871 up to about 1921. And I do apologize for the shadow here. I can't do anything about that, but at least you get to see what kind of cool things that we have in here. I love this piece here. This came from a Chambersburg resident who attended the college. She actually graduated in 1920, and this was one of the ways that she kind of kept notes. And this here was one of her notebooks here that she kept. And you can see right there, May 10th, 1921. This was an interesting piece that we just acquired. It's a postcard. And it's dated 1904, I believe. And then for you students, back then you would have to rate your teachers. So here's a teacher's rating scorecard. That was pretty interesting. And of course we have our key here. So I know I showed these in the last video, but I figured it's still part of the exhibit. So you have the campus reflector here from September of 1926. And if you notice, it still says the Cumberland Valley State Normal School. And then here for August 1927, you'll notice it says Cumberland Valley State Teachers College. And of course the price, this one was 10 cents and this one here was for 5 cents. Still in really good condition. And then here we have, in our other case here, items dating back to 1920 all the way up to about 1930s. Judging the efficiency of teachers' work. Composition books, a report card from 1928. Here we have the annual commencement from 1921. And then here we have the graduating class here of 1920. And this was the invitations that the student, her name was Edma Stanley, would send out to have guests come out. Here is a gorgeous panoramic view of the class of 1920. Still see the leaves on the trees. And that was taken in November. Here we got our interpretive panel that we had printed out. But up here we also have another class of 1920. And as you can see, this was taken pretty much in the winter time, or it could be early spring. It's amazing how much the college has changed within the last 150 years since its founding. Here we have items from 1930 all the way up to about 1980. These were kind of cool. They were donated right before the pandemic hit, but these are souvenir wooden dollars, and that came from 1971 to mark the 100th anniversary. And of course, here we are 50 years later. Student handbooks, 1937 to 38. Of course, we got 1936 to 1937. And then moving on to our last case here. And this is mostly more modern items from like 1980 all the way up to about the year 2000. This is only a small fraction of our buttons that we have. But those were the ones that I thought were kind of interesting. Here's another panoramic view from 1927. Yeah, I love the car that's right there. Now, from my understanding, I was told that they would have a track that was mounted with basically a frame for the camera. And as the camera would roll to take pictures, sometimes these people down here would sneak around and get themselves back into the photograph on the side here. So I just want to thank everybody that had a hand in helping to make this exhibit happen. I know there for a while we were kind of short on some of the artifacts, but then we started pooling and managed to get in some really cool things in here. I definitely want to thank my volunteers for helping to edit these. I know it went through about 5 different people as far as like reading. Again, Sans, thank you for printing everything out. Everything looks great. And then last but not least, if you would like to come see this exhibit, I know we don't have current opening hours, but please, by all means, feel free to make a reservation and you'll have access to this exhibit plus much more when you call. And of course, reservations can be made anywhere from Tuesday through Saturday from 10 to 3. Until then, thank you everyone, and we'll see you later.